everyone. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed with all the new releases and everything that's come out lately and you're not sure what to pick up, I have a few suggestions. So what I wanted to do is kind of go through some things that are newly released that I think are definitely worth picking up, kind of cut through the noise a little bit and sort of say, okay, if I were not on this channel, if I were to just buy makeup for me and I was just picking out things that have just been recently released and I wasn't going to pick up everything to show all of you, what would I buy? So these aren't necessarily like my favorite things of all time, but I think it's a good representation of what's really worth it out there right now for most people. I think there's been some great products that have come out that if you're a makeup artist or you do a lot of intense makeup or you're somebody who likes to play around with makeup, that they would be like, you know, a great idea. But I also think some of those items might not be as generally well received as these pieces. So let's cut to it. I do have all of these things on my face. If you're looking for more in-depth analysis of each one of these products, I've done reviews of all of these, like specific videos for all of these. And of course I do update videos all the time telling you how something works with something else, etc., etc. All right, so let's dive in. First, I want to say I do have on the new Guerlain Watery Oil on my face, the Youth Watery Oil Serum. And this has been reformulated. I do think it's an excellent product. If you are somebody who has dry, more mature skin, dehydrated skin that doesn't seem to look smooth when you put on a foundation, almost like if you get that cakey look or you get that dehydrated, like patchy look, this is an excellent product. I have tried to find dupes for this for quite some time because Guerlain annoyed me with their whole meteorites change and the lipstick change. But putting that aside, the product is excellent and I actually think they have improved upon it. My skin looks phenomenal when I use this. I do feel like though for me it's more of a winter primer than a summer primer. Again, because it's oily, it's thicker. So what I have now done is I use this in the winter months. Again, this is if I didn't have a channel and I wasn't showing you things. I'd be like, I'd use that in the winter months. And then I would use something more like some of the Fluid Illuminators by Chanel or the Chantecaille products, those types of things in the summer. I also think though the Sarah Creel oil is excellent. I really like that product. And I think mixing the Sarah Creel oil or the Chanel oil, which is like sold out everywhere, by the way, just so you know, it'll eventually come back in stock, with a heavier, like the Sarah Creel Flex or maybe a stick foundation that's a little thicker, is a really good way to get that type of effect. The Clé de Peau emulsion is also a favorite. But I have to say the new Guerlain Watery Oil is a great product if you're somebody who has, like I said, dry, more mature, dehydrated skin. I really do think it works wonders on the skin. If you're oily, I would not suggest it. So the reformulation is excellent. The product is excellent. It is worth taking a look at. Then I have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Natural Dewy. This is a great product. It's not a surprise. Laura Mercier really was the first to create tinted moisturizer, and in my opinion, and they sent me this. They sent me 3 different shades. This is 0N. I find that the 0N is the best for me. The 1C, which is Cameo, it intensity wise is right for me, but it's a little too cool for the rest to match my neck and body. It matches my face though. So it's kind of a combination of 0N and 1C. 1N is too yellow for me, interestingly enough. So the intensity, I'm probably like a 0.5 N. That's probably where I am. That doesn't exist. So this dewy formulation is really great. I believe Laura Mercier is sending me a matte formula. So I will show you that as well. I'll do one on one side and one on the other so you can see the difference between the dewy and the matte. I am a dewy formulation person, so I think I'm going to probably like the dewy more, but that's a relatively new release, which I absolutely think is worth picking up. It's a great price point. You know, it's just because something has been around for a long time, don't just dismiss it and be like, oh, well, that's old. It's been around a long time because it has staying power, because it's good. And it's really worth it to, if you're somebody who likes this type of coverage, which is, you know, a light coverage, which I think looks the best on me personally, but it does have an SPF of 30 in it. It's a beautiful finish, really easy to use. And I don't have anything bad to say about it. I mean, really, and the price point's excellent. I believe Laura Mercier is at Sephora, and Sephora has their, and I think Guerlain is as well. Sephora's sale is coming up at the beginning of April, which is not that far away. It's just a couple weeks. So, you know, if you don't want to pay full price, totally get it. Wait for sales. The Sephora sale is coming up. You hear wind. It's extremely windy outside. So sorry about that. Now, when I did my face, I was like, all right, what products? There's been so many blushes that have come out and so many like bronzers and stuff. I do not have the new Dior bronzers. I don't think I'm going to get them. I do think I'm going to get a couple of the Dior luminizers. You guys have kind of indicated that you'd be interested in the Dior luminizers, so maybe I will pick up one or two of those. But the blushes that I have to say stood out for me, and the Chanel one is amazing. The Camellia Couture, it's great. But if I had to say, really, across the board, I would say it's the Saint Laurent blushes. I really think they're excellent. I totally think they're worth it. This is the shade I have on now is 44. It's Nude Luminaire. I think these are phenomenally good, especially for the price point. They're just excellent. And the thing I'd say though is that the lighter shades aren't available here in the United States. And then some of them do seem to be available like only in the Asia market. There's been some issues with Saint Laurent and shading, you know, with the very light shade that was only available. It was available in the United States, and then it was so light, it was basically white. And anyway, the point is, I don't know what's happening there, but I think those blushes are just so good. I really do hope that Saint Laurent brings all the shades to the United States, but if they don't, I get it. And, you know, with the tariffs and things going on right now, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have answers for you there. So it's possible they won't. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how all that plays out. But the blushes are absolutely worth picking up. And again, put these in your cart if you don't want to pay full price right now. I understand, but they're really worth it. The other blushes are the Rare Beauty blushes. Now, these technically are not available right now as I record this because they were available for a very short period of time. You could buy them and then they went away. But they will be available in March. We are in March. And they are on Sephora. Now, I don't know if these will sell out before the sale starts. I want to be honest with you guys. They might. They are, Rare Beauty is incredibly popular. And because of the price point as well, they go fast. So I am not gonna advise you to put them in the cart and wait. I'm gonna say if you really want these, to buy them. I think the price point is pretty reasonable. The formula is amazing. It's kind of like getting the shade and the pigment of the liquid blushes that I love, you know, the ones in the glass bottle, but without the intensity. They're beautiful. They're these cream, like jelly bouncy blushes, and you put them on and then they blend in and they stay. They're just gorgeous. I have Hope and Happy. I will buy all of them. I absolutely love them. And I just think they're great for everybody. You can use them for like a no makeup look. You can be more intense with them. The formula is outstanding. And I think I personally think once they hit Sephora, they'll sell out. I think certain shades will definitely sell out quickly. But yeah, I don't think, I mean, again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think they'll be available when the Sephora sale goes live. Again, hoping I'm wrong. The other Rare Beauty product, these are the liquid contours, and she has contour sticks. I have both these shades on today. I have on Gentle and Mellow, which are the two lightest shades. One is more, I've done videos on these, again, as I've said, one is more like a mushroom color, which I use as more of a contour. The other one has a little bit warmth to it, and I use as bronzer. these are excellent. There's a reason that the Rare Beauty products sell out beyond just the popularity of Selena Gomez. Like, the products are really good, and it blends just beautifully and sinks into the skin. It doesn't make you look older. It doesn't accentuate pores. It's a beautiful formula, and it's like her blushes. But I would say that I think the shades, again, these are contour shades, so I really don't think they're meant as bronzers. I think they're meant as contour products. And so if you're looking for a bronzer product, I don't really think that's the product for you. But if you're looking for a really good contour, I love those, and you like liquid. Those are excellent. So those would be the ones I would recommend. When it comes to eyes, there's so many great products. The Tom Ford Olive Smoke is like a favorite of all time. You know, the Camellia, like there were so many good ones. Victoria Beckham. But I had a really tough time getting it down to two, frankly, that I would say above all would be the recommendation. But for me, the two that I would recommend are, which is a shock, the Charlotte Tilbury, the 9 pans. These are limited edition. I have 4 of the 6. I don't know if I'll pick up the other 2 just because I don't think they're color stories that I would wear. But the thing about these 9 pans is, yes, they are expensive for what they are, but I think overall and the packaging is not luxury by any means, but it's just such an excellent product. I mean, everything in here works so beautifully. The mattes are smooth. The shimmers are gorgeous. It's really that good. Like, I mean, there's nothing negative I can say about the product except for the packaging. That's it. And there's great color stories. You all get a color story that you like. So, I mean, how can I not say, like, as a broad spectrum of people, whoever's watching, that is like the best eyeshadow that's been released lately. If you take in all the factors, you know, formula, color stories, price point, overall, that would be the one that wins. Again, if you're getting into more like, are you a makeup artist? Are you somebody who likes a certain look? Then those things change. But if I had to say overall, it would be the Charlotte Tilbury. I do want to say though, and I have that on my eyes today, but I also have on the Camellia palette, the Utopia palette from Chanel. This palette, this eyeshadow palette, is not going to be for everyone. So I'm, kind of going against what I just said there, but there's 2 reasons I mention it as things I think you should pick up, or at least consider picking up. One, this is limited edition by Chanel, and limited edition by Chanel does not mean limited edition like other brands do. The Charlotte Tilbury limited edition, to be very frank, even though I'm recommending you pick it up because, first of all, I think the formula is great, but also because it's, limited edition, it could come back. Charlotte Tilbury has made things limited edition and then they've come back. Chanel does not do that. Chanel does limited editions and they're gone. They're gone. And the reason I know this is because, well, 1, I worked for them, but 2, there have been things I've been looking for years, and I have begged people in Chanel to bring things back, and they just don't do it. They just don't do it. They don't do it with their bags. They're not going to do it with their makeup. I mean, things could change in the future, but as of now, once this palette's gone, once Utopia is gone, it's just gone. And I think this, for people who like a very light, iridescent, pearly look, are gonna love this palette. Now, if you have a much deeper skin tone, I think it is going to show up on deep skin tones because of the contrast. But I think if you have like a medium to deep skin tone, it might not. It might just blend into your skin, which in the case, for some people, they're going to hate that. But other people are going to love that because that's exactly what they want. They want a very light look. I mean, I have recommended things in the past, guys, where I thought they were like the lightest of the light. I don't even mean just in color. I mean in like pigment and like intensity. And I've had people say it's too much for me. So there's a huge spectrum out there. So yes, I agree. This is going to be a specific group of people who want it. But for those people, I think this will literally be one of the best palettes they buy. Because the formula is excellent. It's beautiful on. The iridescence that you see in it is unique. And the shades perform beautifully. And I think for that, it's also like right now, to be honest, it is a trendy look, but just for those people who are like, I want a light, iridescent butterfly wing, you know, romantic. That is the palette. Like it's that good, and it won't come again. Those two factors together for me. And actually, the price point is, quote, reasonable for Chanel. I was surprised it wasn't more expensive, actually. Again, I'm not saying it's cheap. It's not. It's like with tax, it's like around $80. But Chanel prices have been higher than that for palettes before, eyeshadow palettes. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm fine. I mean, I'm happy with it. The other product is the product that I'm going to be continuing eating my words for a very long time. And those are the Chanel Stylos. These are really good. I think they changed the formula. This is Taupe Fume. It's one of my new favorites. I put this on as a base for my eyes to intensify the look. And you just basically put it on. I'd wait about 30 seconds to a minute and then rub it in. I used a brush. You can use your fingers. It doesn't, I mean, either way. It's very malleable. You can use your fingers if you'd like to do that. But, or you could just, you know, draw it on and go if you want to. But it's really good. It works as an eyeshadow. It works as an eyeliner. It works as a way to do a smoky eye. This shade is a great shade. The mauve is my favorite, but I'm going to buy another one of these because it is the perfect deep taupe. You know, fume, like smoke. It is the perfect smoky taupe. Like it's deep. And that's when you want that shade, that's hard to find. It's hard to find a taupe that's darker and grayer. Usually when you find a taupe, it's like lighter and tanner. This one is perfect for that. And talking about like a deeper skin tone, this is going to work on a lot of people. Again, if your skin is very deep, yes, it will blend in, but up to that, it's deep enough that I think it's going to work as a great eyeliner for a lot of folks as well. And then last but not least, I have on the Issa mascara, which I don't think I've talked about actually, but I've been wearing, so that is on me. This is called the Mascara Ultra Volume Defining Length Mascara. It is 32 fluid ounces. It's in black onyx, which, you know, I love a good black mascara. And I'll do a close-up so you guys can see what this looks like on my eyes. Now, I've tried a bunch of mascaras lately, and the Refi mascara is really good if you're looking for a lengthening mascara. That one's excellent, although it does take a while to get used to the brush, but it is really good. I don't think that's a new product necessarily, but anyway, it's really good. And I've tried some others, but the Issa one is really excellent. I've really enjoyed it. The only thing I would say is this mascara, it's not... I think if you have problems with transfer, I think you're still going to have problems with this. Now, again, I don't have problems with transfer, so I can't, but I notice like if I have more oils on, I do see some transfer. So, but also I have very long lashes, like literally my lashes hit my skin, which again, I know nobody feels sorry for me there. But my point is like, if you have long lashes like mine, you might, and you have transfer problems, I really would go with a tubing mascara. That's just me, but if that's an issue, like a volumizing lengthening mascara might not be for you. Or maybe just use it on your top lashes. But it is really good. I did pick up the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash in Burnt Umber. I will review it for you, so I'll let you know. And the Prada one, when it comes, I'll review that for you as well. On my lips, I did forget to mention, I do have on the Flash Rosa and a little bit of the Peach. I have them both on. These are really good. I don't know how to really explain why these are different. Than some other iridescent lips, but there's something about, especially the Rosa, to be honest. When you put it on your lips, there's like, it's like an iridescent, like rainbow, but in a classy way. Not in a kitschy or childish way. Not that there's anything wrong with being childish. I love being childish, but you get my point, right? It's an elegant, elevated iridescence. And I don't know what Chanel did, but yeah, I mean, there's something about that product, which is fantastic. I also have on the Yves Saint Laurent powder. I have it under my eyes and just in here. Guys, I love the powder. I love the Yves Saint Laurent powder. You saw the video that I did, hopefully, where I compared the blue to the green, and I'm going to have the Suku powders, but it's going to take a while because Suku is a little bit delayed. Tariffs, issues. But I'll have it eventually. But the thing is, you know, I cannot say to you that this blue powder is just somehow so unique and different that you need to run out and get it. I really like it. And if you're looking for a powder, I think it's excellent if you want a brightening, you know, powder. But if you already have the Prada powder, or if you already have a good Suku powder, or maybe an old Givenchy powder or whatever, you know, or Guerlain, I can't tell you that you must get this Yves Saint Laurent or you're going to miss out. Like, that would be creating a fake, you know, you must get it kind of thing. Yeah. So I really don't feel that way about it. Again, I really like it, but the only product that's sitting in front of me right now, well, there's a couple, but they're all the same brand, that I feel like really are the Chanel's. And only because the Rosa, the Utopia, and the Stylos, because they're limited edition and it's Chanel, I really do think they will be gone. And then they just won't come back. So if you really want them, I'm not telling you must go buy them. I'm saying if you really want them, those are the ones that I would prioritize. The rest of the stuff, I really do feel like it will be on sale. It will be at Sephora. Even the Rare Beauty blushes, yeah, they might sell out before this sale. That's possible in April. But then they'll come back in stock and they'll be available for another sale that comes up. You know what I mean? So again, just, you know, keep that in the back of your mind when you're trying to figure out, like, buying, thoughts about what you need to buy. In that need thing. Hopefully there's going to be a video coming up soon with maybe some content creators that you love about what you actually need. I also want to mention just really quickly the Merit perfume, because I've gotten some questions about whether I'm still wearing this. Yes, I love this perfume. The reason I love this perfume is because it's one of the few perfumes that I don't have to worry about if I'm having a migraine issue. The last week or so, I've had, I'm not going to say that they've been full-blown migraines, but they've trended in that direction. I'm really crossing my fingers as this is just some weird week where the weather's been really strange. It was like 50, 60, and then it was 30. It rained. Maybe that's it. But I've been having some difficulties with my headaches. And if you're not familiar with that story, yeah, go back to earlier videos. I don't want to bore you all, but yeah, I have problems with migraines. So when I wear this one, I don't have to worry. There's a few perfumes I have like that. The initial spritz of this, I don't like. Just to be blunt, I don't like it. But then that lasts about a minute and then I love it. So that's fine. It's just a little sharp for some reason. And then it's a beautiful, light, musky, fruity, easy to wear. It's really nice. It's really beautiful. I really love this fragrance. And for those of you out there, again, who want that light, more ethereal, like skin scent, this is a skin scent that lasts. It's really good. There's a little bit of pear in it. It's a musky, fruity scent that's really unique. And I do believe that they are going to have a travel size that will be, again, at Sephora. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to buy the full bottle, because again, it is more expensive, or you just don't like full bottles, there's going to be a travel size. If I get the travel size, I'll let you know so you can see what it looks like. But again, I believe that is at Sephora. My necklace, which keeps sliding down because I need to get a shortener, which I haven't done yet. I need to, ones you can get on Amazon to shorten a necklace. This is a vintage, antique, whatever you want to call it. I'd say vintage because antique is a specific designation, but this is a vintage piece that I bought from Kim at Anthology of Style. And if you've never watched my videos where I've mentioned Anthology of Style, she is a reseller on Instagram. She also is on Whatnot as well now. And she's one of the few resellers that I really put a lot of faith in. She will not be the cheapest. If you're looking for vintage like Chanel, Lacroix, Dior, Hermes, and you want the cheapest price, Anthology of Style is not the place to go. But if you're looking for the best quality for the price, she is. I'll make sure her information is down below. So hopefully all of this was helpful, guys. I'd love to hear all your thoughts about what you think is worth purchasing. And I hope to see you really soon in another video. Thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye.